guys, Cliff here. Thanks for checking in one more time. Something a little bit different, just breaking off from the DaVinci Flyers just for this quick build. It's that time of year again when we build the Guillo's Free Flight rubber model. Just to remind you, the rules are you have to build everything that's in the kit. You can change the rubber motor, you can lighten it if you want, but you have to basically use everything that's in the kit. Let's have a look at the box. The box is the Chipmunk 900 series, sent to me by Model Shop Leeds. There's their business card. I'll leave that in shot a few times, but have a look at their website, www.modelshopleeds.co.uk. All sorts of stuff, spares, accessories, kits, you name it. And they're a great postal service as well, really helpful guys. So have a look at their website and send them an order or two. So let's have a look inside the box and see what we got. Cheers guys. Lovely bit of artwork on the front, isn't it? Okay, ta-da. The standard Guillo's 5-inch prop. Wooden wheels on this kit. Nice moulded cockpit. Nice moulded cowling. Nice rubber band. Everything's nice. Actually, I mean, it is a nice rubber band. It won't get you much duration, so I will be changing that. Undercarriage wire, can you see? And some sticks of balsa wood. Main spars, leading and trailing edge. Quite hard wood, which is to be preferred, to be honest, isn't it? 1/16 square. That feels, always fascinates me, that, look at that. Feels quite light, that actually. Die stamped. It's almost coming through, so not bad. And that's the formers. Fuselage side and wing ribs, and fuselage sides and wing ribs. The tissue on this one is white. You can change the tissue actually if you want to, but you can only change it for standard wrapping tissue. You can't use any Isaki or anything like that, lightweight tissue. Here we go, smashing. Can't wait to start. Okay, I'm going to start with the fuselage, and I'm going to start by notching the formers. Okay, so I'm going to cut out all the rest of the formers, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that over there like that, and then I'm going to mark. Here's a pencil, let's use that. The center line of each stringer position. Right, here's my 1/16 slot cutter, and I'm going to just place it on the mark that I've made. I'm just going to gently start off, make sure it's in the right position, which it is, and just take it down to the depth of 1/16, which is about there. Okay, so I've got one slot cut, 9 to go. Okay, there we are. There's one made, and I can now work my way through all the others. And when I've done all the others, I'll take out the fuselage sides and we can start assembling it. Making pretty good progress guys. I've got the formers cut and notched, and the little extra strengthening pieces are glued in place, so they're all ready now. I've cut out one fuselage side and I'm just doing the other one now. So I'm just going to work my way around here, take out the centers, and we can start to assemble the fuselage. So I'll see you very soon. We'll get on with that. Next step is to glue in the two center formers, C and D, and when they're set, then you can put in the narrower formers. There you go. I'm just going to put that, if we put it straight on the format, might be easier. And a little bit on the sides. Side nicely like that. But I'm just building this model as best I can, taking my time. So I'm going to put that on there, I'm going to put that on there, and that's held exactly upright. Again, slide it on in just like that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that one on there, nothing too heavy. Now it's important that these fuselage sides are squared to each other, so I've just got to put a little weight on that side. We can use that glue bottle by the look of it, just to make sure that those two are absolutely lining up with each other. Okay, so we'll let that set off, and we know it's upright. That's the center section, which is square. As soon as that's dry, now I can start adding in the other formers and pinching it together. So this isn't quite so important that the lugs stick out past the width of the fuselage, because I'm not laying it down, so not quite so important. Goes in there. Take that out of there a minute. Like that. I'll put the socket down there while I glue up the G. Push it back. Okay, let's get it wedged up. Just look over the top. This is looking pretty good straight away actually, but let's just get it looking nice. Just going to weigh down that so as it stays on down there. There's a little piece that goes right in the back there, which we'll look at later on. Okay, it's actually pinched it all together nicely. How's it looking? Doesn't look too bad, guys. So we'll let that set off and come back to it later on. If you ever need to increase the weight on these, by the way, you just put up smaller ones like inside, and you've got heavier weights. It's a lot bigger. I'm going to put that level at the back there, about there. That one's about there. That goes in there. You'd be amazed how strong, let's get that glue out of the way, you'd be amazed how strong this fuselage gets with all the stringers in. It just puts the stringer facing forward, so that did me a favour. So there's two stringers in. I'm going to continue running stringers in. When they're all in, taking my time, we'll have another look at it and see what the next step is. Cheers, guys. Okay, fuselage. Stringers are in. Went alright, stuck the little piece on the back. I'm leaving these long for the minute, see how I fit the cowl and the paper pieces that go over it. It's only roughly sanded for the minute, but it's not too bad. So that's that. How do we separate the cowl from the plastic? You can cut around with scissors and try and clean the edge off, or you could sand the plastic away. I've seen this done, so let's give it a go. There we go. Right, I'm going to let this set, and then when I come back, I'll take it off the board. And what I plan to do, put that in there to wedge it. What I plan to do is to cut away a lot of the inside of this and just leave me with an outer framework, and then I'll put the cross pieces and the upright piece in. This bit's going to be rather delicate, so I'm going to leave it off for the time being. Right then guys, so the build presses on. I've taken the tailplane off of the plan, gave it a rough sanding, so that's weighs nothing, even nothing, but of course it does weigh something. Okay, you rejoin me guys. I've just assembling the starboard wing. Pop a little glue on. This glue's starting to go off, I think. You missed the first part of the construction, I'm afraid, because the camera wasn't quite pointing at what I was talking about, so you've joined me here. Push down where the spar is, because you'll break the rib if you don't. Important thing is to make sure everything is flat at the trailing edge and leading edge. When you're building these models, you're building them to your standard, nobody else's, so whatever you're happy with is what we go with. And a little piece at the front there just to hold that down, and I think we're done. Okay, I'm going to let that set a bit, and then I'm going to draw a line across the top ribs and glue in a piece of 1/16 square. I have to add a little second rib here to support the undercarriage, and the carriage fits between rib 2, W2, and this little extra piece of wood beside it. That looks to me actually to be absolutely spot on for where the, and it should be of course, where it's showing over the plan. So okay, just lift that out. That one wants to be slightly deeper. Got a battery charging, if you heard the cooling fans on the charger there. I've just watched Andrew, Downwind Checklist YouTube channel, finishing his Hurricane. He's converted his Gwillows Hurricane to radar control, and it's quite an accomplishment to do that. And he's going to be test flying it soon, giving it a go, see what he can do. Prolific builder. Okay, and place it accurately. So it's going to be about allowing for it to go down. That'll be okay. Okay, push it in. Cut it over length, right there. Look, I've got one very happy, fed, purring cat beside me. Look, what you doing? Looking at the camera. She's not camera shy, are you? So that's the top sparring, guys. Still in trouble with that one. Look. And the wingtip in and finished, and then when that's dry I'm going to take it off and give it a lovely sand all over to shape and get the other wing laid up. On my big Da Vinci Flyer build, I've stained it green. It looks a bit light, but it'll hopefully anyway sort of drop back a little bit. Won't be quite so green. Right, let's go and wash the brush. And then the last piece goes right over there. Okay, there we go guys, so that's the cockpit done. That's quite nice, lovely. Got to still put the undercarriage riblet in before I can cover it. Just offer the wing up. Again, a lovely fit. It must be time to weigh it all, I think, guys. Go away and weigh it. I'm just working on the cowling on the Gwillows Facebook page. This is an idea from Mark Gerard, whereby he blocked up the cowl using scrap wood from the kit, of course, and makes for a really solid cowling. And then he's put two little pegs in the back using the rear peg dowel, and I thought that's a pretty neat idea, so I'm going to do the same. Right, put that under a weight. So what I've done, I've just glued on the bit that's going to go inside the nose block onto the fuselage F1 and shaped it so as the where is it? There it is, cowling fits on it. So I'm just going to add one more layer of balsa on the top, and then I'm going to glue it on. I've also punched in two little holes, which is going to be the locating holes for the front pins. So there we are, coming on. My weights are going to go in there. I've got to make another hole for the thrust bearing, as it's called, but that'll just go in there like that, hold itself in. And then if I need to pack it one side or the other, and just slip a washer over one of these pins, and it'll give me side thrust. Down thrust will have to be, I'm not sure, maybe a little bit of packing on the top there. But it's all movable, so that's okay. So there we are. So that's the nose sorted out. Okay guys, this completes the build video of the Gwillows Chipmunk, and the model was supplied to me by Model Shop Leeds. Check them out. The fuselage is ready for tissue covering. Cockpit is in. The nose block is on and it's held in place. Oh, I haven't made the hole in the front. Let's just do that now. That will go on like that. I'll be able to wind the motor back into the fuselage like that. The weight tube is there. I did have two tubes, but I've changed it to one tube because I can actually get more weight in one tube than I could in two because it's a bigger diameter. The tail wheel is in and glued. The hole for the rear pin access hole is built. The fin is sanded. The tail plane is sanded. The starboard wing is sanded, and the port wing is sanded. Other items worth noting are the undercarriage is bent and ready. That just slots into the wing, so once it's been tissue covered, I shall just push that up into there like that. I'll probably glue it. Same with the opposite undercarriage block. Undercarriage, I should say. The wheels are also ready. There's a tail wheel, just got to put a bit of silver in the middle of there and the middle of there. They're wooden on this. The cockpit is painted, ready to go on, and the little fillets that go in the back corner of the wing are also ready to go on. They'll go in there like that, but they're a bit vulnerable yet to put on, as is the what do you call that, goes in front of the fin. What do you call that? Fairing. Fin fairing. So we'll leave that in there as well. So there we are. Next video is going to be tissue covering. I'm going to probably use the glue stick to put it all together. It's a blue glue stick, which is quite nice because it turns clear when the glue's dry. And the tissue itself that I've got is just your standard white tissue. Then the decals can go on. So that's the end of the construction, and the next video is going to be tissue covering. Thanks for watching, and hit the little like button if you've liked it, and the subscribe button if you'd like to subscribe, be great. And if you want to look at the join button down below, and that helps to buy things like glue and balsa, etc. Okay guys, thanks for watching, cheers.